Yeah, got to come up with some. I hate to think of what they could nickname me, but you know, I got him fooled. I got him fooled. I'll let you know that.
There we go. Here we go tonight. Limited card, but we got a good one tonight here. Dodgers and Cardinals. Good history between these teams. We see the Dodgers favorite here because it's going to be Urias on the hill here, and of course the Dodgers have been playing well. Not to mention the Cardinals have not. The Cardinals have. I guess they changed the catcher, and boy, enough things can change their fortune very quickly here for this Cardinals team. They've been showing improvement there. We're seeing here Wainwright. It looks like he's a go here. They just pushed them. They wanted to push their starters back a day. They brought Liberatore in yesterday, which I thought was a good move because the Brewers can't hit lefties, and sure enough, the Brewers were, I believe, shut out in that game. Cardinals minus 149, total of 9.
Yeah, I get to this one. Cards and the Dodgers. Yeah, you mentioned this history. Yeah, it goes way back, and I was telling Mindy today. I used to love those games, the Yankees and the Royals back in the day, uh, when the games were on TV and you only had the division winners. Cardinals and the Dodgers betting some of those games back in the 70s. And so let's get with it here in 2023 with Urias and Wainwright. Yeah, Wainwright hasn't been quite there yet in his two starts. Coming off the injured list, missed a part of the season here. We know he's missed plenty of time actually, and then got to this point and hasn't looked that great so far. So they'll give him a start here. Of course, you're not going anywhere without Waney. And yeah, they just had the option to move him back. So just 15 hits allowed so far and 10 innings pitched this season for Wainwright. Decent numbers against the Dodgers in his career. Of course, he's getting older, a little long in the tooth in this Dodger lineup. Well, what can't I tell you about them, Tony? I mean, they just keep rolling, and now all of a sudden they're getting away from everybody in the National League West, from the entire league, probably with these guys. I mean, look, one of the problems heading into the season, if the Dodgers are ever going to have any, but maybe we counted them down a little bit. But then Gavin Lux goes down. Oh, what are we going to do? We lose Gavin Lux. Um, don't have Taylor anymore. We're going to have to Turner anymore. We're going to have to maneuver this thing. Well, we'll just put Mookie in here. We'll move him in from outfield to second base, shortstop, wherever we need Mookie's having a great time, looking great. And then, what are we going to do? We'll get guys like Rogers in here, and Rojas. Even when he's down, Vargas steps up. Uh, Outman's in the line, rookie of the year so far. Outman can do the job in this offense. Their offense has moved in the top 10 offenses in my book so far with these guys. And Outman hit the whole grand slam yesterday. So it just pains me to talk about these guys, but I imagine Freddie could have a big day against Wainwright. He doesn't have, like I said, great numbers. I think he's barely over 250 in his career against him, but I don't know. When I think of this matchup right now, I think Freddie could have a big day. Mookie, Muncy, they all could probably hit Waney today, unless he can absolutely turn his fortunes around here. For some reason, the Cardinals aren't playing well at home this season. Sure, they've kind of turned their season around a little bit, winning 8 of their last 10 games. They are still just 8-14 at home. We'll see how they do here. First game of 4-game homestand against these tough Dodgers, certainly, who with Urias so far, 52 and a third inning pitched. Strikeout last 3 starts all this month, 2.29 ERA. Dodgers have won 6 of his 9 starts. Now the Dodgers were mired at 500, and they took on the Cardinals back in April, swept the season series from them right there, and went on to win 12 of their next 15 games after that for their 15 and uh, uh, 3 run that's now turned into 19 of their last 25 games victories for the Dodgers. They've won 6 straight series. They're also long term in these game one, 60 and 23, game one of a series. So, man, Dave Roberts, I think back when, former Padre as well, and he walked in there with some of some of the new school, if you will. The Padres kind of said, we're not too interested in new school. Well, the Dodgers embraced Dave Roberts and what he brought, and now look what he's done this team. Sure, gets a nice payroll to work with, gets some great talent, but even when they were counted as underdogs to start the season, they've already found themselves on top in a little bit of a comfortable position, and we're in the middle of May. So Urias 5-3 at 3.61 ERA. I think the advantage here is that starting pitcher today. You mentioned the lineups for the Dodgers. Basically, they have to put this catcher Tony in the middle of their lineup, and that's the problem because this guy can't hit either. And that's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb a little bit. Now he missed a couple games with injury, but I think he'll be back in there tonight. So uh, they did score 18 runs the other night against Milwaukee. Give them credit; they did take. Two of three from the Brewers in that one, and like I said, the Cardinals have started to turn around here. Maybe it's a high price, can't make it on my premium list. I'm gonna apparently, I'm pretty square in this one with taking the Dodgers at such a big price. I guess Joe Square is going to lay it too, and apparently all those Sharpie guys are, I guess, on the Cardinals. But I'm not going to trust those guys here. I'll uh, I'll take those Dodgers again to win today.
Yeah, the sharps are mixed. There's some Vegas sharps that like the Dodgers today, and there's the offshore sharps like the Cardinals. So it's kind of a Vegas versus the world type of scenario here. I'm seeing 49s there at the sharpest book in the world, in the 50s here in the Vegas sharp books, and of course that's how I'm seeing this one here today with the Dodgers and the Cardinals. I mean, the trends are very strong here, especially with Urias on the hill. And Urias is favored here at this price point, minus 100 to minus 150. 16-3 is the team record. So a road favorite, minus 110 or higher. Urias lifetime team record behind Urias, 39-12. On the road as a favorite in this range, minus 100 to minus 150, 18-4 team record. So Urias just again in the night games, 40-11. It's just again the big trends here favoring Urias when he's expected when the Dodgers are favored to win.
Yeah, I don't expect Tony the Cardinals to be a team that's going to be uh, playing 8 games under 500 for every quarter of the season, certainly. So I think that their 8-14 record at home that I mentioned is just an anomaly a little bit about having their poor start. The fact that they've kind of turned things around here on the road and against one of their top rivals, if not their second top rival, the Brewers, to me has to show that they are getting things together a little bit there in St. Louis. So I do think they will be on the improve at this point. But man, there's just no stopping these Dodgers right now. It's so ridiculous what they do. Yeah, I'm whining about it, but I got to be honest here about what's going on. They're doing it again, and it's a good product to watch too. So no problem there. Like what I see out of Urias over the last three starts. I mean, uh, you could chalk up certainly his. I don't even want to say they're non-Urias like. They're still decent numbers for any pitcher out there, and he's going to have a good season. But the fact that he's already gotten it down so far this month to 2.25 ERA, I would think that is going to on the road here, could be susceptible to a third run or so. But Dodgers, I mean, they've been scoring at least 4 runs. It seems like in every game during this current stretch. The offense is certainly clicking, and Wainwright is certainly 5 innings each start, so give him credit there that he's already up to some pretty good. It's probably ended up getting removed as well because of both the pitch count and a little bit of ineffectiveness. But coming in late in the season to where he's at, that's pretty good. So I do expect him to just be durable, give him the innings tonight, but he's going to have to lower that 7.2 ERA.
All right, there, Ramon here with Dodgers. I'll lay the minus 155 or do your shopping, get better number there. This is the sharpest book in the world up there at minus 149. This one will have a start time 7:45 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony's Picks right now. Of course, you are continuing to hold that top of the leaderboard here at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. 4,867 units of profit for 2023. That's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. Verifiable by going to Ramon's handicapper page over at Tony's Picks. Go down to Pick History. You can see every play there documented. All right, Ramon, limited card today with two on baseball here as well as a single from NHL and NBA. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, take a look at my 3-pack tonight. It's going to involve Eastern Conference semifinal, Eastern Conference Finals action in the NHL between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers, as well as Western Conference Game 2, Lakers Nuggets. Got my two plays in those games, one play in each game. Plus, my top baseball play tonight. Got one play in the major leagues tonight for a three-pack for $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off my featured package on this slow night, but it's a big night because we got two very, very important playoff games. We're down to the final four teams in each of the two playoff sports right now. So these are important games, the toughest games to handicap. So come on aboard, get with me on tonight's games over at Tony'sPicks.com. And for you, Tony, just for you, hey, if you're going to handicap Mexican football, you better be involved in tonight's game in the playoff Classico, Tony. Chivas and America, they're going to play in their semifinal first leg. So if you claim to be interested in Mexican football, why wouldn't I have this one tonight, Tony? If I'm going to pick one game all year, even if that were the case, I mean, this has got to be the one. Chivas, America, yeah, it's a two-leg playoff, and tonight's the first leg. But Chivas is at home in this one. America's got the second leg, of course. They're the better team. They're the favorite team, and we'll see what happens tonight. But I've got this one up as my $15 play tonight in Liga MX. We saw what happened last night in the other game. Finished as a low-scoring game, Tony, but we'll see here with Chivas and America. If you've never seen these two teams, I mean, this is the Classico series in Mexican football, the two historic franchises. So maybe take a look at this one tonight. It'll be late. It'll be kind of wrapping up there, or the other sports will still be, the playoff games will be going, they'll end, and you probably catch the tail end of this one if you're just looking for a little more action, because we know it drops off quickly tonight with our sports. Not much late action here anyway. That NBA game will last about just as long as this soccer match probably. But check it out. Big game tonight, Liga MX, and I've got a play for you in this one. Should be fun and exciting, and well, kind of like a telenovela, as we call it, right, in Mexico. A little drama with these two teams always, it seems like. Gets kind of crazy too. So check it out tonight. All right, Tony. Yeah, that's what we're going to focus in on tonight. Light card. We'll get it going this weekend. I'm watching golf as well as the baseball action here today. So should be a fun weekend. MMA this week as well. Then they'll take a week off. They need a week off. Believe me. Both major organizations will take next week off. Got to regroup a little bit and try to get some of these good fights going again. They're kind of tailing off a little bit over these last couple of cards. They're going at it pretty heavy with cards every week. So there will be a card, though, this week here at the Apex in Las Vegas in the UFC. So fun weekend, and we got one more day to go this Friday, but watching the golf right now, it's pretty exciting. PGA Championship, letting these live golfers in here. The rules are, Tony, the PGA Tour, they don't sanction the majors, so they kind of get to choose. And maybe there's a little controversy about who's getting invited and who's not. So I don't think I called it the right thing, but you know what I'm talking about, those daytime dramas.
That's right. That's right. Get on board with most. Got over at Tony's Picks. Put the numbers up there again for you right now. 4,867 units of profit. Top unit producer over at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. Get on board with Ramon. He's got that three-pack tonight. The NBA playoff game, NHL playoff game, and a baseball up there on the three-pack. And again, for you folks that like late night actions, tonight's Liga MX semifinal soccer play up there, Classico semifinal. Leg one here, so get on board there. Of course, Ramon from San Diego, he knows all about Mexican soccer, having grown up around that area. He does go to Tijuana in his youth and even his adult life, and taking apart some of the game, because Tijuana has the Zolos team over there. So and of course he does watch it on TV, follows it, so he knows the league here. So knows the history of the league. And yeah, you can feel confident with the play. $15 premium play up there. The best bet tonight comes from Liga MX semifinal here in the playoffs. Of course, they crowned two champions of the league in Mexico. They cut their leagues in two seasons in 1 year. Interesting how they do that.
Wouldn't that
Obviously,
be
for
that
TV
sounds
runs.
like something Tony T could endorse. That sounds like something Tony T likes.
I like that, right? They do that for the money, the TV money. They need to keep people interested. And of course, they crown two champions a year in American soccer. So that's how it rolls there. And I think they play it in the following year. These two teams, the winners square off again in some sort of tournament. Of course, they're gonna milk it for the most money possible. But anyway, there you go. Get your playoff Liga MX semifinal best bet right now. They're on the site. We're going to see more soccer action from Ramon as well as we're dwindling down into the summer. We'll probably see some MLS as well from Ramon before we know it. Of course, we still have the Champions League and tournaments around the world as well. So get on board, Ramon. You got that 3-pack up there. And instead of buying the plays individually, you may opt for the longer-term pass. We showed you the great year Ramon's having. You may consider the weekly pass or the monthly All Sports Pass. That 1 month All Sports Pass gets you all of Ramon's premium plays here for 30 days. Includes all the remainder of the NBA playoffs, the remainder of the NHL playoffs. We'll get you through the championship rounds, the final 2 rounds of these playoffs. Also, all 30 days of baseball, the peripheral sports Ramon's into. We know about that. He liked the tennis. We're going to also get into some UFC. When there's UFC cards, Ramon will have a UFC package for you there on Saturday. Sometimes gets into Bellator as well. We'll see. Of course, we're seeing the peripheral sports as well with the League MX as well from Ramon. So go ahead and get signed up with that. Of course, we'll do the math on the 1 month pass. You'll save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code Tony T at checkout. That's $66 off that 1 month pass. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. You'll land right on Ramon's page. Go ahead and get signed up. Ramon, we put together a tour account for you where you can find out more about the service. Tony Six Ramon, so free picks up there as well. Another show in the archives right now with the morning steam today, and of course more content there as you moderate the Discord.
Yeah, Tony, those are interesting comments because big news actually today out of San Diego. They announced this morning that they are the latest recipients, barring any bump in the road with the $500 million deposit, that they will be the next MLS franchise in San Diego. They built the new stadium down there, tore down that old relic. Built that stadium for the Aztecs, and their first major tenant, maybe if you want to call them that. They do play a couple other sports in there, including that top tier rugby league, and also the NWSL. But now they'll add a big tenant here to start in 2025 with an expansion team headed up by the Mansour Group out of London. Some very rich. He's a very rich man from Egypt, and also the local Saquon casino out there. They'll team up and put a MLS entry into San Diego, which they were shunning San Diego a little bit with that old stadium. They said, "Oh, you got a nice shiny new stadium? Yeah, we'll come down there." Kind of interesting because also San Diego has a team in the next tier down, so a little bit of uncomfortable feeling there for Landon Donovan. Heads up that team as the general manager, so they're like, "We're not going anywhere." So maybe San Diego have 2 professional teams in that trying that 3-tiered system that they kind of have there. So anyways, Tony, check out Tony's picks. Ramon, we'll get another pick for you here. Try to find one tonight. We're running out of action here. Maybe we'll go to more tennis. That's what I gave you in the embedded videos today. In the leaderboard video, I went all the way to tomorrow's action in the women's side of the Italian Open. So you want a winner, wake and win winner over there. Check out the leaderboard video embedded in the Tony's Picks site. I also have another one for you with our sponsored video, and that's coming to you in one of the major league games tonight. So check that one out at Tony'sPicks.com, our sponsored video tonight. I have another free winner there for you, and check me out in the Discord. It's getting kind of slow in there. Does anybody need another free winner? Maybe we'll drum up something from the KBO or Japan action. So, we were talking about in the chat a little bit today. One of our viewers checks us out from Japan. I said, well, what about some of the Japanese league teams? We saw Trevor Bauer already get in trouble over there. That didn't take long. Tony, I bet you could have predicted that one. Took him 1 game. We need a samurai sword celebration. That's real smart. After a strikeout. And one of his teammates said, in not so many words, he probably was speaking English. He said, we don't do that around here. So Bauer had to track back on that already. So, yeah, Tony, and also we'll be back with more tomorrow with Mindy and I on the morning steam. We had a couple of plays we agreed on today, and we'll probably have plenty more tomorrow with the go back to a full major league card and also get ready for some weekend action. So check us out in the morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central, and 6 Pacific with the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Hahn, and her host, Ramon Scott.
That's right, guys. Check out the morning steam here on the channel here with Ramon and Mindy. When they go live, you want to like, subscribe, and set notifications. So when Ramon and Mindy are live, you're live with them. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers. And of course, when you do that, and participate in the chat because the chat is a big part of that show. And of course, Ramon. All right, Ramon, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Tony. See you then.